Live action superhero TV is here to stay, at least for the foreseeable future. But what are the best ever shows? We've taken it upon ourselves to try and find out. So what we've done, we've asked both our own Facebook group and a bunch of others, including Refugees of S.H.I.E.L.D, Nerd Union, among others, basically to list off their best ever live action superhero TV shows. So we've collated the results and we are going to give you the following. So this, just to recap, is only TV shows. This is not the films, and this doesn't include TV movies either. This is literally just the shows. So we're going to start off with number 10, that one being The Incredible Hulk, and I consider it's got one of my votes. I personally feel one of the most influential superhero TV shows of all time, starring Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. Obviously back then technology wasn't quite what it was today, so it was kind of looks very dated for its time now, but still great acting. Yes, it can be a little bit boring, obviously, especially for today's audience, but nonetheless, I think it's a decent TV show. Of course, Smallville had to be on here somewhere. Now, this was a long-running kind of Superman prequel film, obviously starring Tom Welling as Clark Kent / Superman. Now, this actually featured a whole host of other kind of sort of superheroes and supervillains that kind of popped up, and some of them had costumes, some of them didn't. This was kind of more of a bit of a soap opera kind of drama than the kind of superhero story at times, but nonetheless it was very popular, and hence why it is on this list. Number 8 is one I was glad to see on this list, and this is The Tick. So this was a kind of short-lived live action version of a kind of comedy character. It also had an animated show as well, and obviously a comic, but this was a fun series. There was rumours it was going to kind of happen again and kind of have another live action series, but we've yet to see that. Number 7 is The Misfits. No, we're not talking about the punk metal band, we're talking about the British super-powered show. I wouldn't exactly call them heroes, to be quite honest, certainly anti-heroes maybe, but it was a somewhat comedic and very violent TV show. If you've not seen it, it was fantastic when it first started, but as the kind of the series went on, they replaced cast members and the show got less good. But certainly for the first few seasons, it was really good, and you're going to recognise a certain someone from Game of Thrones there. Number 6 is our newest show, and that is Jessica Jones. Now, this may be higher come future, but I suspect not everyone has seen this one. So Jessica Jones is the new Netflix show, basically very kind of dark and gritty, based on the Alias comic books. So that is number 6. Number 5 is Agent Carter. Not exactly a superhero herself, but certainly living in the sort of superhero world of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This one follows Peggy Carter, played by Hayley Atwell, really kind of back in time in the kind of sort of post World War II era. Number 4, we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, which is basically its kind of sister show, and this one is sort of a kind of what if a spy organisation was having to deal with the kind of the superhero menace or the super villain menace, and really focuses on Phil Coulson, which was a kind of peripheral character in the kind of Marvel Cinematic Universe in its kind of infancy. Number 3 is The Flash. Now, this is actually the second iteration of a Flash TV show, so we're talking about the newer one starring Grant Gustin. Arguably, this is one of the best TV shows I think that are on at the moment. Really captures that kind of that fun element, very kind of upbeat and colourful, and an entertaining show. Number 2 was Arrow. This one I was surprised got slightly higher than The Flash, to be honest with you, but it's been going a little longer, so I guess it may have more fans. And the Arrow is very influenced by Nolan's Batman trilogy, I suspect, and is more of a kind of akin to that kind of feel to it, although obviously being on CW there's plenty of love triangles and stuff like that, but it's an entertaining show. I do like Stephen Amell's central character. Some of the seasons have been a little bit rocky in my opinion, but nonetheless it is your number 2 show. Number 1 is Daredevil, which was the first Marvel Netflix show, and what a show that it was. I personally feel it is probably the best one as well, so this would have been my personal pick from the number 1 show, although it is quite recent. You know, I do think it will stand the test of time, and is really a masterclass in you know, what you can do in this genre, really showing you it's not just for kids and it can be taken seriously and have good results. And to be honest with you, has one of the best villains, I think, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in its entirety as well. So that is our top 10. Did you agree with our list? Was there any glaring omissions, or did you feel anything was unjustifiably on there? Leave us a comment and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.